After wrapping up my tasks at work, I called my husband, Christian Clark. Honey, don't forget to come home for Christmas today. I have some good news to share with you. On the other end of the line, Christian's voice sounded rushed and tense. Shiloh, there's an urgent issue with the company project. I need to check on it right away. Junie already finished her bottle and is asleep, so don't worry. Those two sentences filled me with unease. Our daughter, Juniper Clark, was just over a year old. How could I possibly not worry about her being left alone at home? When I tried to call Christian back, his phone was already unreachable. Christmas traffic was overwhelming, and I found myself stuck in a sea of cars, anxiously praying that Junie would be safe. When I finally rushed home, the house was eerily quiet. I hurried to the crib and saw Junie sleeping soundly, relieved. I reached out to touch her little face. That touch sent a wave of panic through me. Her forehead was burning hot. She clearly had a high fever. I immediately grabbed Junie and drove to the hospital, calling Christian along the way. Christian, Junie has a fever. I'm taking her to the city hospital. You need to come right away. For a brief moment, there was tension in his voice. How is that possible? She's burning up? This is your fault. I've told you countless times that we need to hire a nanny, but you never listened. I'm in the middle of a meeting. Let's just talk later. He snapped. I bit down hard, gripping the steering wheel tightly. We had hired a nanny before, but she was caught pinching Junie on the baby monitor while we were at work. We fired her immediately, and I became extremely cautious when screening potential nannies ever since. Unfortunately, we had not found anyone suitable yet. Now, Christian was using that incident as ammunition to blame me. Even so, I did not have time to argue with him. I ran 3 red lights before finally arriving at the hospital and rushed into the emergency room with Junie in my arms. What I thought was just a routine fever turned into a nightmare when the doctor told me after an examination that Junie had ingested sleeping pills and needed her stomach pumped immediately. The words hit me like a bolt of lightning. How could this happen? Christian and I always prepared all of Junie's meals ourselves. How could she possibly have ingested sleeping pills? As I watched Junie being wheeled into the operating room while her flushed little face burned with fever, I wished I could take on her pain instead. In my panic, I tried calling Christian again, but his phone remained unreachable. Fortunately, the procedure ended successfully after an hour. Junie was then moved to a general ward for observation. I was about to follow and take care of her when the attending doctor called out to me with a serious expression. Mrs. Clark, please wait a moment. His expression was hesitant, as if he was struggling with his words. May I ask who usually prepares the child's formula? I felt puzzled. Both my husband and I prepare her formula. The doctor pressed further. Who prepared it tonight? Growing more confused, I answered. My husband. Why? Is there something wrong, doctor? He sighed while gently patting my shoulder. If your home has surveillance cameras, you should check them. Though I did not fully understand his words, I did not have time to dwell on them. I quickly went to care for Junie. I finally felt a sense of relief as I watched Junie's temperature gradually come down. When I glanced at my phone, it was already 11:30 p.m. Exhausted from the night's events, I decided to head to the hospital's convenience store to grab a quick snack. However, I stumbled upon something shocking as I walked downstairs. Christian, who was supposed to be working late, was here, and in his arms was none other than his new assistant, Peyton Sullivan.